child not seeing a male figure until they're in high school. So you raised by women all the, you know what I'm saying, basically all your life until high school. And might miss high school, you might just see a resource officer, and then that's not the best version of a man that you be, you know what I'm saying, seeing, but it's very important.
I know that the youth are ready and willing to absorb.
Exactly.
They are waiting for it.
Yeah.
One of the biggest issues is the adults around there has already ruled these kids off as not gonna be. You know, like they already consider you a failure. You're already gonna be a baby mama. They already putting labels. The labels kill it, man.
So they don't have, as a boy, I don't have nobody to look up to but the dude with the chain. But I don't have nobody else to look up to because they want to emulate a strong man. But if they don't have a strong man to emulate, then what are they going to draw to?
The cause of not just social media, but television. What they say, telling lies to your vision with television. Because imagine you did have television, you would have to look around your block. And there's plenty of people, like shout out to all the people that are doing right. You know what I'm saying? That's in the hood. They might don't got the money and they might don't got the flashiness, but you know they making it by, you know what I'm saying? They taking care of their responsibilities.
Let's go!
Happening, everybody.
Yo.
Yes, FMF podcast. Welcome back. Listen, we got a special guest for y'all. My man ALONZO.
What's up? How y'all doing?
Thank you for coming. Thank you.
Sir.
Appreciate y'all.
And he had brought some great things to man. You know how we do. We just be having a discussion. And I was like, shoot, hit the camera, man. Because, for one, you're a teacher, right?
Yeah, my first year teacher. Long-term sub, really.
Good.
But they trying to force me into that teacher role.
Thank you for your work, though.
Thank you. We need more good teachers.
Yeah.
Male figures, bro. Male figures. So applause to you because that's powerful. I ain't seen many male teachers when I came up. You know, I think the perspective would have been different for me to listen to a man telling me what to do.
Yeah, that bass in the voice, like, ooh. Respect right there.
You know what I mean? So, what I wanted to ask you is, do you think, you know how we always go back to the older generation? We always talk about the older generation and like how either they left us hanging or like they don't understand us. Do you think it's our responsibility
to sort of connect the bridge?
Yeah.
I believe so because you look at the society like music, fashion, clothes, whatever, sports, and you see a lot of us in there, but you don't see the connection to the kids or to the youth. It's just all about getting money.
Yes.
So I just think some of the guys need to step outside of that and just look. Like, damn, I'm a part of this too. Like, they pushing women, but like, where are we? You gotta get pushed too, getting pushed out to the side, and it just ain't black, man. It's all normal.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Masculinity is a threat.
I mean, no disrespect to Woman King, but I'm looking at it like, man, they're really trying to get them the power next, or they up next.
I love Woman King.
I love it too, man.
We might have to turn that into an episode. You might hear that one next. We'll stay on that.
So look at the new Black Panther. Where's the male figure in Black Panther now?
Oh. Hey, see.
I mean, I ain't even.
We gonna talk. We already got. That's gonna be the next episode. We might have another episode. We'll talk about that. 4, 3, 2. Yeah, go and chill. Yeah. Man, y'all watching this video, man. You ain't subscribed yet? Man, you got about 5 more seconds to go and subscribe. I'm finish up with this person right here, man. Hey, subscribe to this channel, man. We got work to do. All right, let's get back to it. No, it's the truth. They pushing out men, period, not just black men. we talked this before we even hit the camera on. I feel, but I think and I know that they're pushing the masculinity out, not to show authority when it comes to male teachers, male influencers, male figures.
Yeah.
Period. I can't think of right now that as a male figure that maybe the boys are looking up to, other than maybe a drug dealer or rappers or a YouTuber. You know, we on YouTube, but they all looking up to something like that. They're not looking up to somebody that's actually doing something. Yeah, doing something in the community. That probably has a family. That has just a regular guy. They're usually just squares. Especially if you're a teacher, they're probably like, I don't. What are you gonna tell me? I ain't never seen nobody like you in the world. I don't know. Why you ain't got no chain on? Why you ain't thugging? Trust me, man. They be looking at you like, yeah, exactly. But that's what they see on TV. I mean, it's on Instagram, TikToks, everything. They don't see the positive male right now. That's the thing
I try to show up as myself, though. I'm not like one of the teachers with the polos, khaki pants.
They let you wear whatever?
Yeah, I try to show up. Yeah, I try to show up like this, like I am like they are.
Disrespect.
Disrespect, man. Yeah.
Disrespect. When you pull up in there, you got the J's on.
Yeah, they like, oh, he alright. He might be cool. Let me go speak to him.
Okay. I got a question for y'all. Do y'all feel like part of the gap? Because I hear this sometimes is too. Like when you come from the hood and you make it, you leave. And then you don't, and so now the kids don't see that, they only see the person come back and visit. They don't see the person on a day-to-day basis that really made it and still stay there. Do y'all feel like that might play a factor in it too?
Man, representation matters, man. Yeah, it does. Representation matters, and that's a good point. Because for the one who's successful, like the goal is to get out of it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The goal is to get out of it.
Yeah,
you know.
I don't see it that way. I don't think they see it that way. They love it.
I know it's depending on which person we talking about. Though.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you got hood mentality. Hood mentality is stuck.
But most hood dudes, they'll move out, but they still come back. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of their business still there, but they don't live in it.
Exactly. But now you don't. But now the kids don't. Because I think part of, and this is just me like talking to older folks and things like that. Like I remember my grandma, I'm from Detroit. The Motown people, they lived in these neighborhoods. My uncle knew some of the people from the Temptations and stuff. They seen them, you know what I'm saying? Well, constantly. So now it's kind of like, yo, you see some of these successful people, even the people that make it out of the hood that become doctors and lawyers or this or that, they move out and then they just come back, hey man, yo, y'all keep your heads up, you stay with this.
Got free book bags.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and then yo, peace, we see you later.
Yeah.
But I'm not knocking them, you know what I'm saying? Because, yo, because of how it is, why would you want to stay there? You know what I'm saying? When you do make it, you become a target now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you said, it's a catch-22, but I wonder if that's part of the revolving cycle, like, why it's so hard for us to get up, because in these white neighborhoods, these people make it, they stay in white neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? But when we make it, we go to white neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's a stigma. For one, the hood was never created to be the hood. Yeah. It's a neighborhood. You know. Also, it's our mentality when it comes to that. When I said that's that hood mentality, you do become a target, and it is promoted to hit a lick. You know, let me get something fast, or you got it, I'm gonna take it because you got it. Instead of how can I get it? Let me talk to that man. Let me see how I can come up too. So you are a target. You're constantly watching your back, and we look at it all the time. Like Nipsey Hussle, Dolph. You know, like these people, them two especially, were doing stuff for the community. They were putting programs and stuff in place. I'm talking about Nip. He was working with billionaires. Bad Black the Block. Putting black businesses and making them thrive and doing it at a level that nobody has seen before. No other entertainer has done before. And his own homeboy, out of jealousy, took him out. So it's like the people that you're supposed to be surrounded by, that hood mentality makes you think, oh, I got to take it. Whatever it is, I got to take it. So it is a catch-22. I think the solution could be more digital. So it's not just because I know in person is way different, but they still can see this person. They still have access to this person.
Yeah.
They don't have to be in person no more. So I think that we gotta do better than that. But I'm also one. I've made it out the hood. You know, I'm not a millionaire yet, big on yet, but
You're working towards it now.
but I've made it out the hood, and I definitely have gone back, and I've gone back around my stomping grounds. And I'm like, Dad, it's still the same. Also, it changed, and it's like you don't really, if you don't know nobody around there anymore, it's not safe. You're not welcome. For one thing, so to just go around the hood on some, I'm gonna talk to whoever, that's not a smart move, especially as a successful person, especially if you come looking like a successful person.
Right.
On top of that, I've also had the privilege to go speak at some of the like underprivileged schools and stuff like that. So I know that the youth are ready and willing to absorb.
Exactly.
They are waiting for it.
Yeah.
But one of the biggest issues is the adults around there has already ruled these kids off as not gonna be shit. You know, like they already consider you a failure. You're already gonna be a baby mama. They already putting labels. The labels kill it, man. Because that's what the kids start to think. When you hear something repeated enough from multiple people, you start to believe it. Repetition.
I got kids that say they're dumb. Oh, I can't. Oh, I won't. I'm like, why are those words the first thing that come out of your mouth? Like, you get some new information. It's like, oh, I don't want to do that. Or I got kids that want to go back to the 3rd grade and the 4th grade
because it was easier.
It was easier. They don't want to grow. They don't see growth. They see people doing the same thing in that neighborhood. So it's like you said, it's that connection.
Why do you think they have that mind frame?
It's been passed down. I mean, a lot of black people can't beat that stigma. Like, it's a lot of trauma built up in that.
It is.
A lot of people don't want to go to therapy and learn that stuff.
Do you think it's passed down to just the parents?
Generation to generation.
Let's say that post-traumatic syndrome, a lot of that stuff is real on both sides. You see white people that's entitled or they feel privileged to certain opportunities. Like just to put this out there, I just learned how to swim again. Like black people don't have the luxury of being able to go to the pool like that. So it's just a lot of that separation and stuff like that.
PTSD?
Yeah. No.
Here we go again. Go ahead. Tell your speech.
I think it's just victim mentality. It was horrible what happened. Of course, slavery and all that. It's horrible, 100%. Ancestors that happened is the most horrible thing. But me personally, I never been enslaved, so I can't take some trauma from 3-4 generations ago and still blame it in this day and age. There's no application.
Jim Crow, you got a lot of stuff that's been done since then.
Well, okay, Jim Crow did happen.
Especially in Richmond.
It did happen.
Especially
But that has nothing to do with how I move.
True.
I can't do that because it's gonna keep on rolling and keep on rolling to where we're gonna say this 60 years from now. That's slavery. I'm still
the market is though, because you can get past it. What about the community?
What does that say about our community? Why are they not strong?
No, it's not that they're not strong. It's just that they don't acknowledge it, bro.
First off, I want to say, you're right. We do have a victim mentality. We're not saying you're wrong, but then sometimes it's a little bit deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you think about, like, I sit down. My grandma just moved in from Detroit to Richmond, and I sit and I talk to her, and I be like, yo, grandma, tell me about the old times and stuff like that. She experienced. She 80-something years old. We got people still alive that went through like segregation and stuff. So you think about, so just think about like this. They got a certain mentality. Their kids come up. They teach them through that certain mentality. And then that kid go and teach them through that certain mentality. What we doing is we breaking the chain now. You know what I'm saying? We constantly, and we breaking it. Like one of the things I do notice, like where we sitting at right now, we here in like Churchill, Virginia. This used to be treacherous back then. You know what I'm saying?
It's not something right.
You know what I'm saying? It used to be wild here, but it came through. They cleaned everything up, they gentrified it, and boom, they making money.
Man,
I think black people starting to realize the importance of real estate.
Yeah.
The importance of like trying to keep grandma's house and all that stuff, and keeping it in the family, because now we can, instead of us selling low and then we buying high, to get back in the same. Yo, we trying to move back over here.
Right.
They moved us out, and then they come back and charge us triple to move back here. You know what I'm saying? They understand the cycle, and then when everybody, all the black people move back, it's going to decrease the value, and the cycle going to keep going.
So what I say is, congrats to you for being able to break that mentality.
Yeah, absolutely.
At some point, I know since you're an adult, you feel like you always, but at some point, something pivotal happened. This is how mindset works. Something pivotal happened to where you was like, fuck that. I'm not gonna do that.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna go down that route. I'm not falling victim to that bullshit. Whatever I see, I want, and we've all had that discovery moment. Cause like I said, this is my stomping ground. I walked all through here, seen it all, been offered to sell drugs for, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, I'm not gonna fall victim to that stereotype. I don't wanna be that person. Plus, I don't wanna hurt my own people. That's why I never sold drugs. I sold CDs and music and stuff. I could get behind that. You know what I'm saying? Still illegal. But I was on my corner, you know what I mean? I was doing my thing at the store, you know what I'm saying, DVDs and stuff. You know, I could do that, you know what I mean?
That bootleg era was one for era.
It was wonderful.
I used to talk shit. I got
And people walking up in front of it and everything.
I got a better one than you.
All these
I got that
exactly.
I used to love that shit.
Ain't nobody standing up in this video.
Exactly. Y'all know this. Y'all young this one. Y'all remember that era. Y'all remember
the CD.
Yeah, you on that era. Man, I couldn't wait to get the CD. Oh,
The Walkman.
Y'all make playlists. We had our own custom CDs.
Yeah.
I want this.
Did y'all had the big book of CD?
Yeah.
I had to stop the car. I had to stop the car to change the CD. That's all I got on this show.
Drug dealer had the 6 dicks.
I want all that. I want that ball. I had one. I
had that joint.
I had 6 discs. I had this
My
in the
favorite
trunk.
part.
Then open the trunk and put that joint on.
Yeah.
They don't know about that.
Them the times that we came up on.
Yeah.
And that's the type of stuff that I went through. Like, we've all been through pivotal moments in our lives to where we made a decision that we're not going to fall victim to that. I don't want food stamps and to be living off of the government. I don't want to be, still around here doing the same thing, shooting the shit. Like, I want to be good. You know what I'm saying? If I look at TV and I see success, whatever that looks like, then I want that. And I decide that I can have that. And now the problem and the stigma is, if you put that out there as a youth, majority of the people around you, since they're in this community, they're going to shoot it down or calm it down out of fear and love that I don't want you to get hurt. I don't want you to get killed. I don't want you to fail. And, they just project fears, but it's out of love. Yeah. But it's usually dwindling down that mentality. I kept a lot of stuff to myself. When I saw it, I'm like, I want it. I'm going to go for it. Right. You know what I mean? And I think all of us can say that we've done that to some degree. But it's a mindset, it's a mentality. So I applaud you for being able to get out of that victim mentality. But for the rest, it's so much influence to stay a victim. Yeah. Like, you got it from outside and in.
This process, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I think it's put in place to do that, to keep you down. Mm-hmm. It's put in place. It is put in place. So I'm glad we came to a final agreement on it, because we've been talking about that for about a year and a half. On that same page. You broke it down correctly, then you said the same thing. Y'all acknowledge that it is a victim mindset, but
it is.
But it's passed down. It is passed
down.
It's systematic. It is. So we came on to say, I agree with that. So
we all this
back and forth on that for a while, but it makes sense. Yeah. But he's right. This thing's put in place to do that. That's why even having him on, that's why I wanted him on here, to show that I'm glad that he's a teacher and he's trying to help the youth and start at the bare minimum, at the bottom, to try to, the bottom trenches as close as he can to try to stop whatever some of these, especially the men. I love the women, but it starts with the men. So he's trying to get to the men first so they can, as boys, to grow up to be a certain way. So my question is it really, no, not even a question, it's a statement. It's a statement. You see that any superheroes or as far as a leader, there's not a lot of men leaders. If there's a men leader, either they're tied to maybe a rap artist or they're tied to something as a criminal. There's no solid leaders that I can think of that's not really an actor that's acting like he's a leader, but actually a leader that's really shown that little boys can come and be like, oh, I want to be like that man. I want to be like that other than a superhero. Can y'all maybe name one that's not really an actor?
Outside of entertainment.
Yeah, like that's really like somebody that I don't think they're really trying to show that. So they don't have, as a boy, I don't have nobody to look up to but the dude with the chain. But I don't have nobody else to look up to because they want to emulate a strong man. But if they don't have a strong man to emulate, then what are they going to draw to?
Shine.
Get your shine on.
Get your shine on, shout it.
Yeah. So, I put this on. I put it on everywhere. Booty cheeks, kneecaps, underarms. I got the vanilla right here. Usually, I got the lavender one. It helped me sleep good because I be sleeping like this, and I can smell it off my hands. I'm trying to tell you, feeling good. Y'all better rock with this.
Right.
It's that vanilla. Yeah.
Listen, man, we ain't being ashy no more. Hygiene.
Yeah.
Hygiene is important. You need to get your shine. It's hydrating, it's light, it lasts all day, you don't gotta use a lot, and it's good from face to foot.
Historically, I don't really use lotion or nothing like that because I'm like in a hybrid, light skin, in between dark skin motherfuckers. Coming back from vacation, I'm a little sunburnt, so I needed something to get my skin back right because I'm feeling like a reptile right now. So I'm gonna get this baby going on when I get home.
Oh, and look, you gotta shine on, everybody. Look, I got like 4 cases. I got a bunch of cases. And I got the big jaw too. That's old school. Y'all don't even know about that. He don't even got those no more. But look, I'm telling y'all, this shine is amazing. Help with eczema, clear your skin up, all of that great stuff. So you don't want to miss out on this shine, man. Make sure y'all go get y'all a bottle of this.
All natural ingredients.
Absolutely.
Yep. Where they can find it?
So you can find this at shinecareproducts.com. Let them know that we sent you. Use the code FMF20, get you a discount.
Got to.
Well, it's supposed to get it from father.
Supposed to, Your dad's supposed to, you're right. Your superhero's supposed to be your dad. Your superhero's supposed to be him. So if you don't have him, who you draw to?
Anybody that you can.
Yeah.
Anybody that you see that you
dude on the block.
You know what I'm saying? So it starts there.
You look at then we get a lot from the entertainment, so then you're gonna look at, and most of the black success stories, I started off selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? Almost everyone.
I mean, I'm proud of you, but I'm getting tired of hearing that.
I'm tired of that.
I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it, man. You're like, come on.
That is not everybody's
bottom man we here.
Everybody was an ex-drug dealer, and now they somebody.
I think that's the cause of not just social media, but television. What they say, telling lies to your vision. With television, because imagine you did have television, you would have to look around your block. And there's plenty of people, like shout out to all the people that are doing right. You know what I'm saying? That's in the hood. They might don't got the money and they might don't got the flashiness, but they making it by, you know what I'm saying? They taking care of their responsibilities. They doing it legally, all of that type of stuff, man. So it's plenty of people to look up to, but it's just so hard when television keeps showing you the same people over and over again. So now it's like, I got the average person right here. That's the average guy taking care of his wife, taking care of his kids, his responsibility, driving a Toyota. You know what I'm saying? They doing the right things and they going out talking to the kids and all that stuff. And then you got the rapper on TV who got the cars, the houses, and things like that, and saying, I went through this and I went to this. You got the women, all that stuff. And the reason why that kind of resonate with me is because, shout out to my dad. My dad always been in the community. You know what I'm saying? He always been doing stuff. Like I realized, with my dad, I had to share him with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I grew up in. So now that's why I'm always out and about talking to people and stuff like that. And so for me, that's what I grew up in. And I realized, the everyday people is really the heroes. So, you know what I'm saying?
Would you say that it's our responsibility for the next generation
Absolutely.
Yeah, we are.
We are now, especially our age.
Yeah, we the OGs.
Yeah, that's crazy to think about. I'm the old head at the basketball court. I got old head.
I ain't old head now.
Dude was like, what up, Unc?
You starting to get there. Dang.
I found myself saying young man.
Yeah. No, but
back in my day and all that shit.
I do think it's our responsibility, but we're not responsible, if that makes sense.
They got
for them. You know what I'm saying?
saying?
Our responsibility is to give them the information, to lead by example, to show them.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they gotta take it. They gotta run with it, and that's all we can do. But that's why I like what we do, man. Where and they know this. My quote is like, yo, like you just give them the bait, and you just know they either take it or they don't. You know what I'm saying? Like you just give them the information, and then the people that's meant to stick will stick, and who don't, you know, they gotta find somebody else that might work for them. Because everybody, like the beautiful thing about what we do is all of us got different perspectives, different backgrounds, things like that. It's somebody out here that's watching that's going to be able to relate to probably one of us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now we got our links in the description and all that stuff. Y'all can reach out to us, holler at us, and everything like that. And that's how we really make a real change, is by the older generation coming together, talking to the youth, and then you know they gravitate who they gravitate towards. You know what I'm saying? And just go like that.
Because we got a lot of separation amongst ourselves, we got separation anxiety. So if we can't come together to be able to put this message out there for the next generation, then of course they're going to suffer. So how I think we need to do more of what we're doing. We're conversing.
Yeah.
We can talk. Men need to talk. I want to break that stigma of you having to be strong silent. You don't have to be silent to be strong. I ain't telling you to go scream and yell and put your feelings out there all the time. But you do need to be able to talk, man. Because these kids, the youth, they are looking for guidance. And a lot of times, you see them get rebellious, but it's because they're hurt and they're confused. So don't match their energy when you go to talk to them. You gotta be a man to be able to stand. Like when a 14-year-old is threatening you, like bro, don't take
I've
this.
been 14 and we're out wild like you.
Yeah.
That's how I talk to him. The gloves on. What's up?
Talk to me, man. What's up? What's the real problem?
Hey, you know what I mean?
It don't even be nothing that big. It's just frustrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you think about, that's the beautiful thing, man. When we put ourselves back into our 14-year-old selves, we can relate to them. You know what I'm saying?
I was angry.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was angry. Over nothing.
I was fighting.
Yeah, just angry,
That's when I got the cuffs the most. And I kept on getting a repeated message. Don't do this. Once you hit 18, you're an adult. Don't do it.
I think we get angry at that age just because you going from kid land to adult land.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You in that transition phase.
It's like I'm ready for this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then you get all of the messages about responsibility that you don't want, but freedom that you do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, we got 5.
Hey, you know what? On that note, let's go ahead. We take a break. We're going to come back at y'all, listen to these messages from our sponsors.
So,
I get it.
go.
I was trying to get my parts together. You know how I am. Alright. But the reason why we did this, let's bring it back. The reason why we did this episode because we want to acknowledge a leader in our community that's really started with the kids. I personally, when I went through our school, my grade, what's it called? Grade school?
Yeah, grade school.
I didn't have a male teacher at all. The only person I saw at school was the principal. He was the principal in elementary and middle, and then there was a woman in high school. So I was only around women all the time. So I understand the feeling of always seeing, and I didn't have my dad until I was a little bit older. So all I saw was women telling me what to do. And I always wanted to have like that male role model when I was down in Florida that showed that he was doing something, he was teaching me something. I ain't really had that unless it was a few phone calls from Pop or something every once in a while. So him doing this is awesome to see a teacher, a black man doing it too. And man, I never fathomed a black teacher. I didn't even think about having a black teacher. Even I didn't think, honestly, I didn't think they. Not saying we couldn't do it, but I didn't think they were supposed to. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't think that.
The teacher role is shown to be feminine.
Yeah.
So a lot of guys is like, I ain't doing it.
But it's not though. That's
I know this. I know this, but that's the stigma. All of this is stigma.
I got a great topic, bro.
What's up?
Do dads really want to be dads? Cause
50-50, man. 50-50.
Yeah,
that's a 50-50.
Yeah, dads really want to be dads.
It's the truth. I mean, we talk about how America designed sometimes.
That's your first teacher. Your dad is your first teacher.
We don't talk about the men that really just didn't want to be a dad. But then there's another side to it.
No.
Maybe he didn't want to have a baby and the world made him be a dad.
No, I'm not even just talking about the ones that didn't want to be dads. I'm talking about the dads that's there and they leave all the responsibility to teaching and spend all the time with the mom. And they just work. You know what I'm saying? Just the provider role, and they not doing the teaching part.
They not bringing them up.
You know what I'm saying? Because now, and then they be like, yo, what's wrong with my son? Or what's wrong with my daughter?
I think my dad kind of fell into that, just being a provider. Like,
it's old school.
And my dad too. That's what I said. And I ain't bad. That's not.
But even old school, they had. We'll save it.
Yeah. We gotta say that.
Back to the leaders in our community. Yeah. But it's awesome that he's doing it. He's not the only one I've seen it now. We had a guy that used to go to Free Central Sunday with us in Virginia, but he got a job and he went up to DC and he's a teacher, so he got a teacher out there too. Those are the only two black teachers I know was him and my boy Alonzo. Those are the only male black teachers that I know. And it's awesome that it's coming to light and they're doing that. I have a client too. I just got a new client and he's a teacher too. Another one. They come here. Sorry, man. Shout out to MVC is my man. I can say names. But shout out to them too. It is, but I didn't see that. Yeah. So to wrap things up, how crucial it is for a male, not only a black male, but a male to see another male in authority teaching him from grade school up. How important is that?
I think it's very important. They give like the statistic of child not seeing a male figure until they're in high school. So you raised by women all the, you know what I'm saying, basically all your life until high school. And might miss high school, we might just see a resource officer, and that's not the best version of a man that you be, you know what I'm saying, seeing, but it's very important. I've been stripped of everything. I thought I was going to be a warehouse lead, all this other stuff. All this stuff came, you know what I'm saying, left me and I became a teacher, so just a new journey.
It was your purpose.
Exactly.
Shout out to you, man.
You're not a faith man. Sometimes I always believe that people not a faith man, but I believe that sometimes God does it on purpose. Like, I don't want you to do that. He'll make you not get this job. He'll make you. He's like, no, I want you to do this. I want you. He'll push this. You never know. He was like, man, I need you to do this for the people.
And I've seen your Utley, Mr. Robert Utley had taught me that that's the end goal. You know, you do all of this stuff while you're young, you want to get your millions, you want to get your money, and all of this experience and this stuff to be able to do what? Teach.
Give back.
Give back. That's the end goal. So, apply to you. Apply to you, bro.
Something that we hear kids.
Man, every day is something new, man. Every day.
Before I kick your head.
I my clippers and like,
Maybe I was right.
But that creates a bond too. I'm telling you, bro, all of it goes in circles. So, put in the comments.
Yes.
Do you believe it is the last generation's responsibility for the next generation to come than to be better?
Yeah, that's good.
I like it too.
That's good.
All right, man. I think that's it, y'all.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Yep.